Time to see and not be seen.
Hello and welcome, I'm Stormo, and this is Pillars of Eternity.
Sure.
New RPG from the makers of, Fallout New Vegas and South Park The Stick of Truth, strangely enough. Yeah. It's a PC role-playing game. I'm not very far into it. I've only just recently picked this game up, and I haven't put huge amounts of time into it. I like what I see so far, but the first thing to note with me in these games is I am uselessly bad at them, usually. I try to be okay. I try to get the hang of them as we make our way through here. I'm moving very slowly because I have scout mode on. Don't need scout mode at the moment, I don't think. Maybe I do. Maybe I should, anyway. Lots of ghostly people around here. Don't know why that is. Anyway, yeah, so it's a sort of classic isometric style PC RPG. You can zoom right out, you can zoom right in. See my lovely elven hunter and her wolf. I like being elven hunters. I don't really like being elves, but in terms of being a hunter, they offered the best advantage. And we have some combat. So combat in this game is that sort of pausing real-time combat that a lot of older PC RPGs use. I'm playing this on the easiest difficulty because, as I said, I am freaking terrible at these games. So I like to just sort of, you know, get through and enjoy the story more so than the combat tactics. So you're not going to see a lot of sort of advanced combat tactics from me.
Time for a nap.
Is it really time for a nap? Is that really what it is? I don't need any of those, do I? Should I take them anyway? Maybe I should take the amethyst. Did that even go into her inventory? It's like it disappeared. Oh no, that's right, because you have the stash in the inventory as well. Yeah, okay, so I remember how to play this game now. I really haven't put huge amounts of time into this, but I like what I've seen so far. We've got a cave there that we can go into. I'm wondering if that's a good idea at the moment. And you see we've got a combat log in here, traditional sort of thing, and a text log, which shows you text. Down the bottom here you have various commands: attack, cancel, select all, which lets you select everyone in your party. I only have one person in my party. Formation, camp, and scout, which is basically a stealth mode that lets you detect traps and all sorts of stuff like that.
No problem.
And then you have your boxes, such as your inventory, which we can bring up. We can see what we've got here. Character stats, you can see what your character's doing. You have your journal, which is your quest log and all that kind of stuff. You have a map, which is actually kind of interesting because the map basically is a representation of the actual game screen as you see it in game, but on a much larger scale. And there's also a larger world map, and we're in the Valewood at the moment. And we're making our way to Gilded Vale. This is right at the start of the game. I'm not super far into it. And Stronghold, which obviously we don't have yet, so that will come later, of course. And yeah, the control system is, you know, your standard click to move, you know, have fun, all that kind of stuff. I enjoy these games, I'm just not very good at them. So I tend to prefer to play them to get through the story, and, you know, the dialogue trees and all that. The one I liked from last year, there was one called Divinity Original Sin, which I really enjoyed a lot, and I need to go back actually and play more of that because it was such a good game. Does that mean I've gotten through there? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that's a world map exit, but we haven't actually exited the world map from that. And each zone is done like that. For me, the game that really got me into these actually, because when I was a kid, I didn't really own a PC, so I didn't have access to like Baldur's Gate or what was the other big one? Icewind Dale or Planescape Torment. So the game that got me into these actually, strangely enough, was Neverwinter Nights 2, which may not be the best recommendation for this kind of game, but was certainly a game I enjoyed as a much younger person, and I really enjoyed playing through it. And then of course the Dragon Age games as well, which I've always really liked as well, and playing through those. So we've got a young bear here. Hopefully we can take this out without too much trouble. Have a go at it. There we go. Yeah, this isn't going to be hard at all. Playing on easy means that most enemies aren't going to be huge challenges. The combat's a bit more Baldur's Gate and a bit less Divinity in this particular case. We'll see if it's got anything. Do I need bear hide? Is there a reason I would want that? Possibly. I don't know. That's right, that's the take all button. There we go. So we can go there. And Oh yeah, and the things happened, so there's all this stuff. A figure drifts, suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. So, I will reach out, yes, of course. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edge of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know, suddenly, that you have come a long way from the vale hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and in the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. Oh yeah, so there's a lot of text in this game. There is a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the spectre lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. So this is a dialogue tree, and if you meet certain requirements, you can unlock, obviously, certain skills that you have, and we obviously haven't done that. And you can pick which one you choose, which of course determines your personality. I will go with the first one. For a moment the spirit seems to burn, bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more. And we end the dialogue. So yeah, that's how dialogue works in the game, and all that kind of stuff. Fairly standard for these kind of things. I'm not sure we got much out of that, but we did get... we got cave coral, which is cool. And... you can always check here to see if there's anything you need to do, and if you're getting a bit stuck, there's always the journal. We need to find the man with the red cloak, so that'll be a fun thing for us. That appears to be a main quest too, so let's see how we go with that. We have a journal as well, which gives us access to our biography, so you can see what I chose with my character, and the visions that apparently form an important part of this game. And you can also make notes, which is a really cool feature, actually. Not enough games like this actually offer an option to create freeform notes within the game itself. I think it's a really cool idea. So that's a spear. Now, I'm a ranger, so I'm not really using bow-based characters, but we'll take that anyway, because it might come in handy. I'm presuming that's about all that's here. Doesn't look like there's much else, so we'll head back to the main world. Looks like that's what we need to do to progress. So, load the screen, and we'll come around here. I'm considering doing an actual proper Let's Play of this game, going through and doing everything I can. Do I need to go back to that place, or should I be heading towards Gilded Vale? I genuinely don't know. It looks like it wants us to go back that way, so I will do that. Part of the fun of these games, of course, figuring out on your own. Like I said, I don't play on the hard difficulty. Yeah, this is different. This has changed quite a lot. Rest would rest really be that good? Oh, I have major fatigue. I suppose rest would be good then. Okay, we're going to camp. So this will use my camping supplies. I have 2 out of 6, and I'll rest. And we will. Ooh, okay, we will have some kind of crazy dream. I haven't seen this before. But, that looks really interesting. There we go. The last time I did that, I just saw a campfire. So, and this area we were here, you actually come through this a bit earlier in the game, and things happen, and that starts glowing ominously. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, massive structure formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. So obviously it's important because strange glyphs are always important. But I feel like there should be something else here that I've missed. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go back. But we'll collect whatever this is. St. Gyron's Horn. So come around here. And that leads back the way we came. And there's stuff there that I didn't pick up last time, which the game has helpfully remembered. That's right, yeah. All that stuff that I probably don't need. don't really want to get. We're going to head back around there, so we'll do the long walk. Looks like this wasn't the way to go, but oh well. So yeah, there's a day-night cycle as well, the game offers, which is nifty. And you can also rest in inns too, if you need to. So I'm not entirely sure I was supposed to go there yet. So it looks like I need to have a better look in Valewood and figure this out for myself. And that's part of the fun of these games, is learning and figuring out for yourself. Just check the map. So we go there, we went there. We don't need to go that way. I haven't been that way yet. Okay, so we'll head down here. Is this, so I have to go here, and then, here we go. Let's head to that lamppost. Let's see if we can find anything interesting there. So there's some food or fruits or something over there. I'm assuming that's part of some kind of crafting system that I haven't yet explored, maybe. Or maybe it's just things you can collect to sell to vendors. So this looks promising. This looks vaguely like a place I should be. A road. Roads are always good. Let's see what the sign has to say. So northwest to Garen's Graft, south to Gilded Vale. We're heading to Gilded Vale, so south looks like a good way to go. And now we can exit to Gilded Vale. It'll take us 8 hours to complete our journey. So we accept that. And it'll take a while. If that's a representation of Gilded Vale, it looks like things haven't gone well in Gilded Vale. So yeah, I haven't put a lot of time into this. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and I really do, as I said, I really do like these games, even if I'm not very good at them. I just like to watch the story unfold and read the text, and like one of my favourites in this genre was Planescape Torment, because there was just so much to read, and the world building was just phenomenal. I'm really looking forward to the sort of spiritual successor that they're working on later this year. I'm just wondering if I can get around there. I can. So we'll go up here. Oh, hang on, we've encountered a cutscene. Oh dear. Things aren't well in the town of Gilded Vale from the look of it. So, yep. There is voice acting in this game, by the way. I think we're about to get some.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Yes, so I see. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
I don't believe I have. It certainly wasn't something I added to my backstory. That's a rather personal question. I could refuse to answer, or I could tell him to mind my own business, but we're actually going to go with brutal honesty.
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Well, I think I would know if I'd given birth to someone.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Yes, well...
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radrick's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Should I tell him this? I feel like that would not go well. I feel like that they might not be comfortable about that. Maybe I should look at that, because that didn't affect me. So, you want to mind where you mention that trespassing on Engwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Breath have mercy, we certainly have. If you'd been that close to a Biawak, you wouldn't be standing here. Yeah, well, what do you know? So, okay, so I'll go that one. I'm trying to avoid this conversation. The Biawak was a thing that happened at the start of the game, and I'm trying to avoid that conversation. I'm not going to read this out, by the way. I've done enough reading for this game. But yes, clearly he's not happy. Okay, I think we're going to go here because it looks like it progresses the dialogue tree.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Well.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Okay then. He doesn't seem particularly
Keep
friendly.
out of...
Oops, something's happened.
Listen!
That seems ominous.
2 tolls. Let that be the last. 3. Gods have mercy.
Okay then.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
So it would seem.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
I'm wondering how spoilerish this story scene is actually going to be, so I'm wondering if I should continue. How about we be a little bit... yeah, we'll go that way. I'm reading all the text, by the way, but not out loud. Maybe I should? I don't know. If you want me to read the text, post a comment. Okay, well, that was the end of that. That seemed quite interesting. And I'm going to have to leave the video there, unfortunately, so no further. And I'm debating whether or not to actually do a Let's Play of this game, which will probably be quite long, because it's apparently quite a long game. But we'll see how we go with that. Anyway, so that's what I think of Pillars of Eternity. I think it's pretty cool. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.